Well, moving on with other news coming in, this is with regards to the resistance forces denying Taliban's claim that Panjshir is captured. Resistance forces claim Panjshir has not been captured yet and says this report is not true. Panjshir has not been captured by the Taliban. The resistance spokesman makes it clear that the Taliban's claim is false. They say that they are fighting against the Taliban and that fight will continue. So a clear denial coming from the National Resistance Force saying it is not true that Taliban have captured Panjshir and rejecting Taliban's claims. Meanwhile, Taliban earlier claimed that they have captured the Panjshir Valley as well. It was supposed to be the last bastion for the Taliban, which was not under their control. That the Taliban claim that they had captured it. However, a denial to that effect has also come in. Taliban earlier claimed that it captured the Panjshir Valley. For the last 22 days, the resistance force has been fighting against the Taliban. However, this morning, Taliban members were seen at the Panjshir governor's office and even hoisted their flag atop the building. Okay, these are the developments coming in from Afghanistan. So remember, the resistance group was holding fort at Panjshir Valley, the last bastion that was not captured by the Taliban. That apparently now there are two versions where the resistance forces claim that they are still fighting. The Taliban statement of capturing the Panjshir Valley is not true. However, the Taliban earlier made a claim that they have not just captured the Panjshir Valley, they have managed to hoist their flag in the governor's office. Okay, I am now joined by Anil Trigunyat, former diplomat, on the phone line. Good morning, Mr. Trigunyat. Again, fresh developments now coming in on how the resistance force in Panjshir Valley is still holding fort. There are two versions to it. But is this important anymore in the overall picture? There are a couple of issues we're looking at. A, the government formation, whether it can be an inclusive one. And of course now, Mr. Trigunyat, the versions that are coming in is that there's a major divide within the Taliban. In fact, we are also getting reports of how one of their important leaders, Mullah Baradar, is injured in the clashes that have erupted. So that just shows that the unrest, even after the Taliban takeover, is peaking at the moment.
Like to say is that in this age of social media and the videos going viral, and we have seen a very large number of them have been proved to be fake videos and the fake news. And the machinery, both sides, is very, very active, as we have seen even for quite some time now. And all these organizations are really adept in that. So that is one thing. So whatever news comes in, unless it is directly reported by Reuters or some other agency which is embedded there, I don't think, we can truly trust whether Taliban has really put the flag there or not, or the Panjshir is still holding out. Of course, there was some news I saw in the morning that Masood's cousin has been killed, and one of the generals and one of his uncles. They have been killed in this fighting. So, of course, Taliban is overwhelming there. And the Panjshir, the Masood and Saleh, they are not getting so much external support. Therefore, they have appealed to the United Nations to intervene in this. And at the same time, there have been dialogue going on. So the effort of this creamy layer of the Taliban is to somehow have an inclusive government so that they can go to the rest of the world and ask them to help, because they need tremendous help at this moment. We are going to have a conference on Afghanistan on 13th in Geneva at the behest of the United Nations and the Security Council resolution to provide them the relief. That's what they need. Now, formation of the government is becoming extremely difficult because, as you know, while you are fighting as a guerrilla warfare, then it is much more easier for all these groups to fight on their own. But when they have to come and govern together, and besides, as you mentioned about Mullah Brothers and Haqqani groups problems, the Haqqani group is, there is a problem that is clearly evident from the fact that the Pakistan ISI chief had to travel to Kabul day before yesterday and to try and mediate it between them, because on the Haqqani network, Pakistan ISI has full control. whereas Mullah Baradar and others, they are the softer face at the moment of the. I mean, they have been discussing with the Americans, and they are looking at greater picture. So I think that it could be that who is going to be in charge.
Yes.
Of course, I mean, there has been general agreement that Yaqub, the son of the former, leader of Taliban, Omar, and he has said that it should be Mullah Baradar. So I think that in all probability, Mullah Baradar will be the guy who will lead the whole thing. But at the same time, we will see that Haqqani network, which is a sanctioned entity, at the moment by the United Nations. So they will have to. They want to have a greater say in the government affairs. They are holding Taliban. The Kabul capital is in their control totally. So the situation is very, very murky, very, very unstable. At least for next week or 10 days, one has to see. There might be some kind of an interim government, and that may be expanded. The council might be expanded again by including everyone, including the people from Panjshir. That's my hope is.
Yes, there are multiple factions, and each of them want a piece of the